We're live, Julie.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Ask Julie Ryan Show. It's where we blend spirituality and practicality to help you live a life of purpose and joy. This is a big night tonight, you guys, because we're going to be announcing the winner to my Angelic Attendant training class, which is October 24th through the 26th in Atlanta. And this is an all expenses paid airfare, hotel, scholarship, all meals, everything. And so the winner will be revealed here in a couple of minutes. First, I want you to remember to put on your calendar to join me for my live next Tuesday night, September 23rd. That's my mama's birthday, by the way, at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. She's in heaven, but she'll join us anyways. So it's really fun. It's like a pajama party. It's like a woo-woo pajama party. You can come in your jammers if you want. And I give away a bunch of prizes. I give away a free session, classes, stuff like that, books, all kinds of things. And you can ask anything you want. It's like the show. We don't have commercials. We go for 2 hours and it's just a blast. We have a relaxed atmosphere. So put on your calendar Tuesday night, September 23rd, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Go from 8 to 10 Eastern. If you want to join us to sign up, go to askjulieryan.com/live. That's askjulieryan.com/live. And it will be a blast. We'll see you there. Remember to subscribe. Remember to hit the bell so that you know when we have new shows that we've released. We've got Samantha over on the YouTube live stream. If you're joining us from there and you have a question, just put your first name and where you're located and your question in the chat. And she will be over there to help people. And then we've got Chris on the main dashboard, and he's going to be bringing in people who want to have a conversation. So, first, let's bring in my graduate, Franny. Chris, please bring Fran. There she is. Hi, Franny.
Hi, Julie. Hi,
Live,
everybody.
live from beautiful New Jersey, the Garden State.
The
She's
Garden
joined us.
State.
I asked Franny to give us all an idea of what went into choosing this scholarship winner. Because as I've said, you guys, I don't know who it is until Franny sent me the name, because this is all graduate chosen. I am really not involved other than just announcing that we're doing a scholarship giveaway. So, Franny, please tell everybody what the process was for us to get to our winner.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. And it is a secure process, something that we love doing. We have a board. We have an angel board, Julie. And for everyone listening, Julie has no idea the number of applications that come. She doesn't even have the link. So she is speaking the truth. Um, we review every single application, Julie, with heart and soul. There were over 100, by the way. I don't even know if you know that part. There were over
Wow.
100 submissions. And at the board level, we review every single one. Um, and then we whittle it down and then we send it out to the Angel Guild. But there's so much more than that. We have weekly meetings where we discuss what we've reviewed in the past week. We also have a couple of little rules, one of them being if you see someone on the list that you know, let me know, and then I reassign it, because then that wouldn't be fair, right? We don't play favoritism. They're all independent reviews. And that you should know, everyone knows that I'm an auditor. Like, I have an accounting background. So it's very important for me to have this truthful, honest way of review. But we review it with our hearts and read the stories that everyone presents. So everyone is given fair submission.
And we assume that the people that are submitting applications are doing it for partially for financial need too. They really want to come, and
That's right.
there's a financial component. So I
Yeah.
assume you guys just figure everybody that submitted an application falls into that category. Am I correct in that?
That's yes, you're absolutely correct. That's what we assume, Julie. Some of them state the reason, some of them don't, but that's okay because the assumption is that there is a financial need. Otherwise, they wouldn't take the time to submit.
Mhm.
And the stories are beautiful, every single one of them. Um,
And
so
what
I
are you
want to thank
looking
everyone.
for? What are you looking for in those
Great,
stories?
great question. We like to know or see, read what they're going to do with what they learn from you in the training. Like what's
Mm.
their intention, right? So that's an important part of the process because this is a giving process where we are part of helping others to heal. We don't heal anybody. We know that. We right? People heal themselves. But it's that understanding that they're going to learn this and run with it and attend the practice session and become a part of the graduate community, which is I have no words. It's beyond amazing to be a part of the community. Yeah.
Well, and we have hundreds and hundreds of people that have been through the angelic attendant training, and what Freddie's
Yeah.
talking about is we have multiple practice groups a week. Right now, we have 9, and they're free for
Hmm.
life when you take the training. And that's where your skills really ramp up, wouldn't you say, Franny? Because you can go to a conference, you can read a book, you can watch a video, but until you're really doing it, and it includes the whole buffet of psychicness, talking to deceased loved ones, the medical, energy healing, communicating with pets, both alive and deceased, communicating with any spirit, past lives, angels, spirit guides, the whole 9 yards. And
Yeah.
that's when you get really good. Everybody has the ability, it's just a matter of developing and enhancing it, and that's when the practice groups, I think, are the most important part of the process.
I agree with you. I've seen my skill set improve over time, Julie, since I graduated. And yes, it is part of the practice. And you also get validation in the practice sessions, right? Someone
Mm,
gets the same reading as you. So that is like so gratifying. Like, yes, okay, this is working. Like
yeah.
this is a part of that process. So I can't say enough about all the excitement that went into doing this and being a part of it. And then, yeah, practicing what we do. I'm so excited for you to announce the winner.
Yes. Well, thank you, and to your board and the Angel Guild for all of your hard work on this, because I
Yep.
know it was a lot to review all of those applications, and I know you know what's involved. There's practice at the conference, right? At the training, we do practice, and then it goes on.
Yeah,
So it's not just we're gonna meet somebody one time, it's really welcoming them into our community. So,
that's
all
right. With
right.
open arms. We're so
Okay.
excited.
Well, Chris, drum roll, please. There we go. All right. Our winner, all expenses paid for the angelic attendant training next month, October 24th through the 26th in Atlanta, Georgia, is Mary Archambault from Whitensville, Massachusetts. Mary, welcome. She's our
Thank you,
winner.
Julie.
I told her I'm gonna get her a tiara to wear in Atlanta. Okay, I don't know that it'll be real diamonds, but it'll look like real diamonds. How about that?
I'll take it. I'll take
Well,
Thank you, Julie.
congratulations.
I don't even have the words to say thank you and how grateful I am. Honestly, it's not a little thing. It's such a huge and significant thing, I think, for anybody. And when I found out that I won, I couldn't talk. It still doesn't feel completely real to me. And I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful to you, your generosity. I'm grateful to the graduates, and yeah, I'm just really excited. A little
Well,
nervous. I'm
I called her, you guys, and well, I had to send her an email because I'm looking up online trying to find your phone number, and I'm thinking, "This is stupid." So I just sent her an email. I said, "Will you please send me your phone number?" And so then I said, "Let me know when you're available to chat." And, I thought, "I hate to break the surprise that way," but she didn't know why I was calling. But thank you for picking up the phone and talking with me.
I thought there's no way this is Julie Ryan. I couldn't have possibly won. I didn't expect to win. And then when I heard your voice, it was just like, okay, that's like enough. I'll take that. It's, I was happy with that. But then to
No.
find out that I won is like, it really is, it feels like a dream, and just really, really grateful. Really grateful.
Oh, well, we're so looking forward to having you join us in Atlanta, and your flight is already booked,
Yeah.
right? And your hotel room is already booked. We've rented out a
Yep.
hotel, and so you are all taken care of, and all your meals and everything else will be taken care of. So we're
It's
really looking
incredible.
forward
It's incredible. It's
to
the
having you.
hugest, biggest gift. Thank you.
So I have the biggest hug on the planet for you once I see you in Atlanta, and I know Franny
Thank
does
you.
too, and Chris, my producer, is gonna be down there too, so you'll probably get hugs
Oh,
from everybody, and it
You
will
will,
be
Mary.
great.
We are all waiting to give you a big hug from the board to the guild. We are so, so excited to meet you in person. What an
oh,
honor.
yeah. I thank you. You have no idea what that means to me. I feel like
Aw.
I'm gonna cry. Thank you.
Oh,
I
and
thank
we
you.
have more than a couple dozen graduates that are coming in at their own expense, and Franny's one of them, and they're gonna be there to help the students and lead practice groups and volunteer. So I think that speaks volumes that all those people wanna fly in from all over America and abroad. They're coming in.
Amazing.
And so, yeah, so we'll see you in Atlanta, girl.
It's amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you,
You're
Franny.
welcome.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
You're
Fran.
welcome. You're welcome.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Julie.
So if you wanna join us, we still have spaces available. We've got a discounted rate on the rooms. The hotel's just adjacent to the Atlanta airport. I choose that because you can get to Atlanta from anywhere on the planet. It's the busiest airport in the world, and we've got a free shuttle. And it is just a life-enhancing weekend, and it's a blast, you guys. We have so much fun. That's the biggest thing. You know how I always say, spirit is pure joy. You're supposed to have fun when you're doing this woo-woo stuff. So come join us. If you want to register for the class or learn more about the class, just go to askjulieryan.com/AAT. That's askjulieryan.com/AAT. And you'll be able to register there. Okay. Enough celebrating. Chris, who's our first caller? Okay, we got somebody from the YouTube live stream. If you want to join us on the live stream, we're at Ask Julie Ryan. If you want to have a conversation with me, we're at AskJulieRyanShow.com. AskJulieRyanShow.com. So, Julie, it's Julie in Indiana. Ah, great name. I lost my twins at 9 weeks. Oh no. Is my last embryo genetically normal? Yes, it is. I'm hearing that right in my head. You know how I get divine downloads into my head when questions are being asked, even before I get somebody on my radar. So I'm hearing, yes, your last embryo is genetically normal. I think my twins weren't. Will my last embryo make me a mom? I'm hearing a yes on that too. What do I need to increase my chances? Picture yourself with your baby. Picture yourself holding your baby, rocking your baby, feeding your baby, loving on your baby, going for walks in the stroller, in the carriage, all of that, putting your baby in and out of the baby seats in the car. Just keep envisioning yourself with your baby, and that's going to help your baby come in. So I think this one's going to take. I get that the embryo is good. I get that this baby's gonna make you a mom. Let me put it this way, I get that you will be a mom, and, that can happen in a multitude of ways, but I'm getting this embryo is really healthy. So keep us posted. Good luck. If you wanted to have a conversation with me, we're at AskJulieRyanShow.com. If you're coming in on the YouTube live stream, we're at Ask Julie Ryan. Put your first name and where you're located in the chat, and then your question, and we will be taking questions from both places this evening. Okay, let's see who's next. Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Julie.
Where are you?
I am in California.
Whereabouts?
About an hour from San Francisco. I'm in
Okay.
Livermore.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know where that is. Well, terrific. Well, welcome. Thanks for joining us. How may I help you?
Thank you. So I have a health question. You actually have helped me in the past with this, so I'm hoping we
Okay.
can get somewhere today. I have some heart issues going on that we do
Okay.
know about, but I'm wondering if there is something we don't know about with my heart or if there's like a circulation issue.
Okay. All right. Well, let me get you on my radar and we'll see what's going on. What's going on with your heart? What do you know is happening with your heart?
So we know So really, I have mold toxicity,
Okay.
which has, I think, driven up stress, inflammation, right? That's caused me to have POTS and SVT.
Which for those that don't know, explain what that is, please.
That is supraventricular tachycardia. So it's
Okay.
basically my heart kind of gets stuck in this strange loop in its cycle, and then it makes for a really strange feeling fast heartbeats. Excuse me,
Mhm.
fast heartbeat.
Okay. So are they controlling that with medicine now?
Yeah, so I take something daily. It's very low dose and it does help. But I have so much that I'm feeling that when I bring it up to the doctor, he's kind of like, I haven't seen physical proof of it on testing, so I don't know what to tell you. And I'm
Mhm.
in an episode now that I've been in for like a week, and I keep wondering if it is circulatory, because of the symptoms that I get with it.
I'm hearing it's gut. It's divine download coming into my head before I even get you on my
Mhm.
radar. And POTS is gut. POTS is an
Yeah,
autoimmune that's gut related. Your gut's out of whack. And you
yeah.
probably have leaky gut and then you have malabsorption issues. Let me get you on my radar. We'll see what's going on. For those who are just joining us for the first time, how this works is I raise my vibrational level to the level of spirit. I'm going to watch a laser beam come from my body here in Birmingham, Alabama, where I am, and it's going to hook into Shelly up in Northern California. And then I'm going to have a hologram of her in my mind's eye. And it's going to be as if I'm looking at an x-rays or a CT scan or an MRI. Something's going to be identified. I'll shoot energy from your feet up through the top of your head, and the energy is going to go to where it's most needed first. Yeah, I'm eager to see if it goes to your heart or if it goes to your gut,
Yeah,
because that can be the root cause that everybody misses because it
right.
sounds like it's too simple. Do you have any
Yeah,
GI issues like
I do. We
discomfort?
know, yeah, I have been like to all of I've been all over the place with this to try to really solve it. I know I have leaky gut. I know I have a candida overgrowth. Like there's lots going on. And I think it's all stemming, honestly, from my nervous system being just totally fried and not always being stuck in this fight or flight phase. So I'm
Mhm.
trying to work through that at this moment.
Well, and it's the chicken or the egg thing because when you have
Totally.
leaky gut, then you got malabsorption issues, and so all the vitamins and hormones and goodies aren't able to nourish the cells, so you get stuck in fight or flight, and then that affects everything else. All right, here we go. Here comes my laser beam from sweet home Alabama, heading out to you in California. All right, got you. Shooting energy from your feet up the top of your head. It's going to your GI tract. It's yeast. This is
Yeah.
yeast overgrowth. So I'm sure we've talked about this before, but for those listening, yeast overgrowth. And while we're talking, I'm going to be stitching up your leaky gut. It looks like little separations in your intestinal wall, shall and
Hmm.
imagine like a sausage link, they grind up the meat and they put it in that casing. Imagine if we had that and we took a little box cutter or a paring knife, we made little slits in your intestinal wall. That's what it looks like to me. So those are getting stitched up. In the meantime, we're clearing the yeast out of your GI tract. You got a bunch of it. It looks like a roux. If you mix flour and water together to form a roux to make a gravy or a sauce in a
Yeah.
kitchen, that's what it looks like. So getting that removed. So I'm getting information downloaded into my head. I'm watching the healing in my mind's eye. I'm describing it to you. Good thing we're girls because we can multitask, right? It's a female super.
Right.
Everybody that's listening, I want you to envision what I'm describing with Shelley, because when you do that, then we're all sending a healing to her. And I especially want you to envision it because that helps integrate the healing into your body, because the body's going to follow what the brain shows it, even if you don't
Right.
believe it to be true. So we're doing that and stitching up your leaky gut. Some things you can do on the human side to help integrate the healing. Stay low on the food chain. If God made it, eat it. If man made it in a factory, do your best to avoid it.
Right.
Yeast loves sugar. Are you a sugar girl?
So I totally cut sugar out
Good,
since our first conversation of the mold and the candida. I just cut
good,
it out altogether.
good girl. Anything refined processes like sugar, bread, pasta, rice,
Right.
crackers, whatever,
Yeah.
anything that's processed, you want to get rid of that too, because the body thinks it's sugar and it feeds the yeast. Secondly, anything fermented.
Hmm.
Wine, beer, alcohol, kimchi, sauerkraut, yogurt, vinegar, soy sauce, kombucha, pickles, all that stuff, not for life, just in the short run, because your gut is a fermentation factory right now. When we add fermented things to it, it just makes it exacerbates it. It's like throwing gasoline on a fire. If you're going to eat fruit, Shell, you want to peel it because there's tons of yeast on the peel. Never again for the rest of your life ever put a slice of lemon or lime in your drink, whether it be water or any tea or anything else, because there's lots of yeast on the peel. And if you're in a restaurant, they slice those early in the morning. They let them sit out at room temperature. So God only knows what's growing on them. So it's just a toxic drink. Stay away from that. Freeze and reheat leftovers. And then you want to do nystatin, the antifungal. And it's spelled
Okay.
Nystatin. It's an antifungal. It's in tablet form. It kills yeast on contact. It stays in the GI tract, no known side effects, and it's a
Mm.
prescription. So ask your doctor for some nice statin, and that's really going to help you get well quicker and better and more completely.
Thank you so
So
much, Julie.
the tachycardia stuff's going to go away once you get your gut healed.
Okay, good.
Okay. All righty. Your heart looks
Thanks so
great.
much.
This
Okay,
is all
good.
this is all malabsorption, and you think about malabsorption, you got thyroid that's not absorbing, you got
Right.
other hormones, you got other vitamins and nutrients and stuff like that. I would also add the Beam minerals, BEAM minerals,
Okay.
and beamminerals.com/Julie Ryan, all one word, for 20% off, because that's the most complete, quickest, easiest way to get all the minerals that we need. And most of us are walking around with about 40% of the minerals that we need. And you're walking around with even less because of your malabsorption issues. So I would try the Beam Minerals, beamminerals.com/Julie Ryan, and you'll get a 20% discount. So I hope
Thank you
that
so
helps.
much.
You're welcome. Hope you feel better.
Thank you. Take care.
Thanks, Shell. You too. Bye-bye. If
Bye.
you want to have a conversation with me, I'm at AskJulieRyanShow.com. And if you want to join us on the YouTube live stream, we're at Ask Julie Ryan. Put your first name, where you're located, in your question in the chat, and then we'll be answering questions from over there too. Samantha's there to help you. Samantha from my team, and then Chris is at the main dashboard. Like with the scholarship recipient, you guys, I have no clue who calls in. I have no clue who's waiting in line. I have no idea what they want to ask. I have no idea what Spirit's going to say. So that's what makes Thursday night so much fun, because it's a crapshoot. I just don't know. So, yeah, AskJulieRyan.com is where you can schedule an hour appointment with me. And you remember, I got 5 graduates doing this with me now, and they do the whole buffet of psychicness. You can get in to see them sooner than me, although we have priority appointments. You can get in pretty quickly on those with me, but you can get in sooner and they're a lot less expensive. So you want to talk to one of my grads. They're all so lovely and so talented. So give that a try too. Okay, let's see who Chris has next. Hi, Yesenia. Is it Yesenia? Pronounce your name for me.
Yes, I'm
How do
sorry.
you say
Oh,
it?
my name. Yes.
Say it again.
Oh, yes. Yesenia.
Yesenia. I was close. Where are you?
Houston, Texas.
Houston. Well, welcome. How may I help you?
Yes. So I'm going through a health condition, and I believe my cat has it too. I'm not sure.
Okay, well, pick one. I can scan your cat or you because we got a bunch of people, so I limit it to one question.
Okay, my cat.
Your cat. Oh, look at you. All right, what's going on with your cat? What's the cat's name?
I don't, I don't know. She seems to have the same symptoms as me. Like she rarely eats. Um, she doesn't drink water. Um, she's always like sleeping and laying down and like she has no energy.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, if she's not eating or drinking water, that would explain that. That would be a big clue as to why she's not doesn't have any energy. What's your cat's name? I'm sorry I'm laughing, but I'm going, yeah.
she doesn't really have a name. I just call her Kitty.
Kitty. Well, that's her name. That's a name. Okay. All right. Let me get you on my radar, and then I'm gonna go from you to Kitty. So here we
All right.
go. All right, laser beam coming from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading west to you in Texas. Got you going to Kitty. Kitty looks like a wilting cat. I'm shooting some energy into her. What I heard in my head while you were describing her symptoms is she's got a like a intestinal block kind of a thing going on. So let me run through her intestines. Do you know, did she eat a toy or something, or did she eat something that you know of that could have caused some kind of a block?
No, not that I know of.
Not that you know of. How long have you had her?
Ooh, maybe like since 2020.
Okay, so a long time. All right. So what I'm watching is I'm watching a big corkscrew. We're just roto-rootering her intestines and going in there. She ate something that's gotten stuck in her intestines. I can see it. So there's a corkscrew that's grinding through it and just grinding it into teeny little pieces so that she'll be able to pass it. Have you taken her to the vet?
I did, and they ran her. I remember they ran her to a scan.
I'm having trouble hearing you. Can you put your phone or your mic up closer, please?
So sorry. Can you?
There you
Is
go.
it a little bit better?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Um,
you took her to the vet.
yeah, I took her to the vet, and they did a scan, but they didn't tell me anything about anything in her stomach.
Yeah, what did they tell you?
She said they had anemia. She had anemia. Um, and, and what else? Yeah, that was the conclusion. She had anemia. Oh, and she had UTI.
She had what? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
I'm
She had
sorry?
something else?
Oh,
She had
yes,
some
UTI.
UTI. All right. Well, I saw a blockage. So we've cleared that out. If she's not eating or drinking, I would take her back to the vet because that's serious.
Okay.
If they're not doing that, try
Oh,
and get a little syringe of water into her. Just get a little syringe
okay.
at the drugstore. Don't have the needle on it, of course, but just
Yeah.
put a little, you know, put some water in the syringe, withdraw the plunger, put some water in it, and put it in her mouth and try and keep her hydrated that way. But I would get her back to the vet if she's not
Okay.
eating or drinking. Yeah. I hope she feels better.
Okay. All right. Thank
Thanks
you.
for joining us. Hope you feel better too. Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you want to have a conversation with me, we're at AskJulieRyanShow.com. And if you're joining us on the YouTube live stream, we're at Ask Julie Ryan. Put your first name and where you're located and your question in the chat, and we'll be taking some more people from there. Remember to subscribe wherever you listen to the show. We're on all the podcast networks. We have 5 YouTube channels, you guys. We've got English, Spanish, Portuguese, French, and German. So please share these links with everybody. And if you know people that they would rather watch the show or listen to the show in their native language, please share those links with them as well. Okay, Chris, who's next? Terry. Hello, this is Terry from Minnesota. I've been getting hardly any sleep lately, and it seems that my body is buzzing or vibrating at night. Can you scan me and maybe help? Thanks. Okay, Terry, here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama. Going to you. Got you. Okay. What I'm seeing is it's an EMF thing. Try turning off the EMFs in your room, in your house at night, in your home or apartment. And you want to charge your phone in another room. Turn off the Wi-Fi, turn off the cell, turn off the Bluetooth, and put it in a different room while it's charging. I've read all these articles about how we should never charge our phones while we're sleeping in the same room because of the electromagnetic frequencies that it puts off. Furthermore, you want to also have it out of your room because when a call's coming in or a text or something, it'll light up and it disturbs your sleep. I would try doing away with all electronics for 2 hours before you go to bed. Maybe read a book, listen to music, do something, but don't do any screen time 2 hours before you go to bed. I can see you in the bed and I can see all these like zigzaggy lines that are the EMFs that are all around you. So see if you can figure out how to turn it off when you go to bed at night and stay off the screen for 2 hours. And I bet you sleep like a baby. So I hope that helps. Thanks, Terry. That's not just for Terry, you guys. That's for everybody. I charge my phone in my bathroom. I don't have it in the bedroom with me. And it's still going to ring even if you have the cell signal turned off and the Wi-Fi and all of that. So if my phone rings in an emergency in the middle of the night, I just get up out of bed and go answer it. But I sleep like a baby. And I know the EMFs are a really big deal. So you want to limit those. Okay. Thanks for your question. Who's next? Hi, Sierra.
Hi,
How are you, my
Hi.
girl?
Good. How are you doing?
Terrific. Where are you?
I'm in San Francisco.
Ah, second San Francisco girl
Yeah.
tonight. So nice to have you. How may I help you?
I was hoping for a medical scan
Okay.
to see if hip surgery is needed for me. I don't know if that's
Mm,
something you can do, but
Sure.
I've gotten a lot of different information from different opinions, second opinions, third opinions, and I'm just not sure what I should do.
Okay. All right. So here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama. Are you in a lot of pain?
I am, yeah.
Yeah. Are you a ballerina?
No.
You look like one. She looks like one for those of you that are listening. She looks like a ballerina. You look like you have a leotard on and you got your hair in a bun and
A t-shirt, but I'll take it.
she's beautiful. She looks like a ballerina. All right.
Thank you.
So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama, heading to you in San Francisco. Got you. Shooting energy. The energy is going to your right hip first. Is that the one that hurts or is that the one that's doing the heavy lifting?
That's the one that hurts.
The one that hurts. That's what I'm getting led to first. And it can be one or the other. Sometimes the energy goes first to the side that's doing the heavy lifting, and we reinforce that first. Did you have an accident? Did you break your hip? What happened? Congenital
Nothing.
thing?
I've had a lot of low back pain for a decade or so, and they just found something on an X-ray in my hip. But no fall, no injury, just a lot of pain.
What did they find on the X-ray?
An impingement. So like
Of the
the
nerve.
bone is a little bit farther over how it should be.
Mhm. Okay. The joint looks okay, that you don't have bone on bone like somebody who's an old
Okay.
woman would have.
Oh,
So
good.
I don't see that. So when I'm watching, I love when I get to see this healings here. It's so fun. You know those animated uh descriptions, or like they're describing something, or it's an instructional video and all the pieces will come apart and then they go back together. That's what I'm watching happen, is that
So
going
cool.
back together. So is it in Sierra's best interest to have surgery on her hip? What I heard was not right now.
Okay.
So is physical therapy gonna help? I get physical therapy, but chiropractic too. Have you been to a
Okay.
chiropractor?
I have, yeah.
All right, and what are they saying?
They actually sent me to a hip surgeon.
A hip surgeon. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm watching a chiropractic adjustment happen. I would try another chiropractor as well.
Okay.
And so all of everything's all lined up perfectly now, and I
Mm.
even saw an extra layer of stem cell energy go in there to give you some extra padding in there. So it looks like, because of the way your hip is right now, that your right leg's a little bit shorter than your left leg. So you're kind of limping a little bit, not just from the pain, but because of how your hip's kind of jacked up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So the chiropractor can help you with that and help level you off. That's what I watched in that healing. Let me ask again, is it in Sierra's best interest to have surgery on her right hip? I'm getting not necessary again.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
have you gotten both opinions from different doctors? One saying yes, one
Yes.
saying no?
No, both said yes, just two different types of surgeries. One's very major and one is arthroscopic, so less intense.
Yeah. I'm getting not at this time. So
Okay.
I would, check back in a few months if you're still in pain, but I get that you're gonna be able to heal it without surgery.
With PT and chiropractic. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Thank you
Yes,
so
I
much,
hope that
Julie.
helps. You bet. Good luck. Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Okay. AskJulieRyanShow.com if you want to have a conversation with me. If you are joining on the YouTube live stream, we're at Ask Julie Ryan. Put your first name and where you're located and your question in the chat, and we'll be taking more questions from there. I love to find out where people are located, and I hear from listeners all the time. That's what makes it fun too, is, where are these people calling in from? All over, a lot of times all over the world. It's interesting how some weeks it'll be like the international hour, and we'll have people up in the middle of the night in Europe and Singapore and Australia. I love Australia because we're talking to them real time in the future. It's already Friday over there. So we'll see. Okay, let's see who's next. See who Chris is going to choose for us. Hello, Carla.
Hi there.
Hi, where are you located?
Just outside of Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, welcome. How may I help you?
Hi. Yes. Um, I wanted you to do a check-in with my dad. He passed about 6 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I just wanted to see if you connect. I know I've gotten a lot of signs from him and connections with him, and I
yeah.
just wanted to see what he says to you about those signs and connections and if
Okay,
they
what's
are
your dad's
legit,
first name? What's your dad's first
Frank,
name? Frank.
Frank.
Okay, so Frank's right next to you on your right. You just think of him, and that tunes your satellite dish head to his frequency. And then it opens up a two-way radio communication. You just say something to him, and he's going to answer you. And the first thing he says is going to be, first thing comes in your mind, fast as you can snap your fingers, is going to be his answer. And sometimes he'll answer you before your thought is even done being thought. And that kind of
Mhm.
trips people up sometimes. I'd say, no, no, time doesn't exist in the spirit world. Time's a human creation. So he's already got it. Before I even started talking about him, he's showing me grasshoppers. He's showing me a grasshopper
Amazing.
and he showed me a grasshopper first, then he showed me several grasshoppers, then he showed me Jiminy Cricket from the Disney movie, The Grasshopper. Yeah, well,
Oh,
he's a cricket, but, you know, he looks like kinda like a grasshopper. Yeah. So
okay.
that's what he's sending. So what is it about the grasshopper? Look up what grasshopper means from a
Okay.
spiritual perspective, because there's always another meaning to that. He's also showing me, stuff with milk. I don't know, did he like milk? Did you like milk? What's up with the milk? He's showing me milk, like milk in a glass, milk that's making ice cream. He showed me they used to have when I was growing up, when I was a kid, they had this stuff called milk bath, and it was this
Mhm.
sudsy stuff you could put in a bathtub, and we used to use it at my Mima's house, and we'd have bubbles, I swear, that were 3 feet tall, you know, in her old clawfoot tub. So he's showing me milk. Why are you showing Carla milk? Because milk is the foundation of life. And all right, and the foundation of life is what anchors all of us to each other. So, you know, mother's milk,
Oh,
he's talking about, but that's the thing that anchors us to each other. He's saying everybody thrives on mother's milk, and that's where we all originate, and that's the foundation. I don't know. Does that mean anything to you?
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not right now, it doesn't.
I
Maybe I've been doing a lot of work outside, building like a garden structure. So like maybe the grasshopper thing, maybe I'll
yeah.
see one tomorrow, I'm sure, when I'm out there working or something. But yeah, I'll keep a lookout for those
Yeah,
two
and that's
signs.
a really good point too, Carla, because when spirit tells us stuff, it may make sense to us when they tell us right away. It may make sense later when we think about it. Like, I want you to look up what's the spiritual significance of grasshoppers and email
I
it to
will.
me, and then I'll put it up for everybody. And then the mother's milk thing, there's something about, you know, it nurtures every human, and every human is connected, and every human has a spirit, is what he's saying in my head. And so
Mm-hmm.
we're all connected.
Okay.
So, and it may pertain to something that hasn't happened yet. So maybe you're going to have a
Right.
baby and nurse it.
Wow. At 40, I don't know.
Oh,
But
well,
I guess
stranger things have happened. Yeah,
that is
absolutely.
true. That is true.
And the other thing to remember too is spirit communication is in numbers, it's numerical. And so it comes into our head, and then our brains decode it, and
Mhm.
it comes in the form of visions and sentences and words and feelings and goosebumps and stuff like that. So you're talking to your dad and you're thinking, okay, he's going to say something really profound that's going to affect my life in an amazing way. And you hear grasshoppers and you're thinking, what?
Yeah.
But they like to send us on kind of treasure hunt, on a
Mhm.
treasure hunt. So when you look up what's the spiritual significance of grasshopper, there will be a deeper meaning there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And I always say, I can't control what they say when they're alive. I sure as heck can't control what they say when they're dead and they're in heaven. So,
Yeah.
and it don't matter if it makes sense to me. It just matters if it makes sense to you. So, spiritual meaning to
Yeah.
grasshoppers. Thanks, Samantha. You are so sharp, Samantha.
Wow.
Symbol of change. Grasshoppers often represent transformation and adaptability in life. What do you have going on? What's changing?
Oh gosh, what doesn't change, Julie? What doesn't change? I
Or
mean,
did you have
I
something going on in your life right
well,
now?
I'm actually coming to your training next month.
Ah,
So,
yay!
yeah, I'll
Fabulous.
be there. I'll be
Oh,
there.
wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Your life will never be the same. It'll be
Well,
enhanced in
there it
every
is.
area. There you go. Yeah, wonderful. Well, I'll have a
Cool.
huge hug for you too once I
Yes,
see you.
great.
Terrific. Okay, I love that, the grasshopper thing.
Yes.
So, change, you know, we're all connected, it's all together, and has something to do with milk. So,
Okay.
look up the spiritual significance of milk too. and see what
Okay.
that is. Thanks,
I will.
Samantha. She's such a good helper. Okay, thanks, Carla. I'll see you next month.
Thank you. Yes, see you next month.
Okay.
Thanks, Julie.
Bye-bye. All righty. How fun is that? There's always a message, you guys, that that when our loved ones in spirit or anybody, you can talk to anybody, whether you knew them or not is irrelevant. You just think of whoever, Mother Teresa, Elvis, Moses, it don't matter. And then that tunes your satellite dish head to their frequency, and you can ask them anything. You can say anything to them, and they're going to respond. And just remember, it's that first thing that comes into your head. That's their answer. And if it doesn't make sense at the beginning, if it's an animal or a color or a flower or something like that, or a food, look up the spiritual significance of whatever that vision is that you get, or if you hear a word, and then keep asking questions. And then they get really chatty. It reminds me of pumping a water well at a farm. You got to pump it a few times to get the water to flow. And that's been my experience in talking to literally tens of thousands of spirits over the years. And you just start talking to them, and then they're just like, and they got lots of stuff to say. So when I get you for an hour, or one of my graduates gets you for an hour, then we can have a full blown conversation with your loved one. So, yeah, just go to askjulieryan.com to schedule your appointment. Okay, Chris, who's next? Marguerite Smith. Daisy. Hi, Daisy girl. Daisy's a longtime client. Any consequences to the souls if I donate my body to science for organ donations? What a great question, Daisy girl. Oh, you guys, you would love Daisy. She is such a doll baby. I've been working with Daisy for many years. All right. No, there are no consequences because the soul or the spirit, same thing. I use spirit instead of soul because soul sounds religious to me, and spirit sounds more just regular. And there's no consequence because the spirit and the soul separate when somebody dies. And I think it's fabulous when people donate organs, donate their body to science so that it can be investigated and they can find what's going on, if you've got like some kind of medical condition or something like that. But the spirit evacuates from the body, separates from the body when we die, and then is escorted to heaven. Anybody that wants a free copy of my Angelic Attendants book, What Really Happens as We Transition from This Life into the Next, just go to askjulieryan.com. It's on the homepage, or you can go to julieryangift.com and you'll get a free download of the digital and audiobook version. And we've got it in Spanish too. And it has diagrams in it of how the angels and our loved ones are positioned. And it's just, something that everybody needs. So just go to julieryangift.com and then you can download a free version, both digital and audiobook. I give away tens of thousands of these books a year, you guys, because I believe this stuff should be taught in the schools. Everybody's so afraid to die. Are we going to fly or are we going to fry? No, everybody goes to heaven. All dogs go to heaven. All people go to heaven too. And so it just talks about how we're surrounded by angels, the spirits of deceased loved ones, and pets. And remember, too, that university-based research shows that 90% of people at the end of their lives see the spirits of deceased loved ones and pets as they're at the end of their life. And so when you think grandma's hallucinating from the morphine, when she talks about being able to see and communicate with her deceased mother who's been dead for 40 years, she's not hallucinating. She's actually able to communicate with her deceased loved ones who are there as the Welcome to Heaven committee. So thanks, Daisy. Great question. All righty, let's see who's next. Hi, John.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. Living the dream, right?
Well, as we all are.
I-
Where are you living the
Yeah.
dream?
Westminster, Maryland.
Okay, terrific. You keeping them
Yeah,
all straight
I had
over
come
there?
on. one of your live shows before, and I had a question about my mother's level, but tonight the
Yeah.
question's about me.
Great. Okay. How's
I
your
had a
mama?
she's good. I mean, I think she's gone up a bit in number to like a 6 or 7, but because
She's a
she's not
9. She's a 9,
well,
John.
yeah, I mean, she's letting go.
Yeah, she's in
She's not.
phase 9 of the
Oh,
12 phases of transition. Yeah. So the
I
vortex,
I, I didn't want to think it was that high.
yeah, it is.
So
So, tell her everything you want her to know. Let's ask her real fast and then I'll scan you too. Are
I
you ready
I
to go? Hang on a second. I'm asking your mama. Are you ready to go? Not yet. Are you in pain at times? What do you need? She said more yogurt. Are you feeding her yogurt?
I just got back from the grocery store.
Do you feed her yogurt?
Whatever she eats whatever she wants. I don't argue with her. I mean, if you figure if you're dying, you should have cookies, right?
What the heck? Listen, I've told my son Jonathan that. I'm like, honey, the last 2 weeks of my life, I want you to bring me every cookie, every hot fudge sundae, every piece of cake, every dessert that isn't nailed down, and I'm going to eat them all because I don't eat sugar. And he goes, well, Mom, how am I going to know that it's the last 2 weeks of your life? I said, because I'm psychic. I'm going to tell you. He just rolls his eyes. But yeah, I agree with you. What the heck? Give them
Yeah.
whatever they want. Yeah. All right. What's going
Yeah.
on with you?
So I had back fusion surgery like a year or so ago, and I really
Mhm.
think that the surgeon did something wrong because I keep having these weird pains, like when I lay down, shooting pains,
Oh
and I
boy.
think he like didn't line something up right. And I've been doing Reiki energy at it, and I even had a healer try and go at it, but I'm like I have no idea what's really going on.
Have you been back to see the surgeon or another doctor?
Yeah, it's a VA doctor, so he's like, oh no, everything's perfect. I'm like, no,
Did he
it's
do
not.
did he do an MRI on you?
Oh yeah, I had another MRI done. I had another CAT scan done. Yeah, they have no
Mm.
shortage of tests that they can take, and it's I guess it's tax money, so they'll just spend it, whimsically.
Is it on
But
so I've already connected into you, John, in Maryland. Is it more pronounced on the left side? That's where the energy went
it
first.
is.
Is on the left side. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing inflammation. It's like something's getting stuck in there. So what I'm watching is I'm watching where I can see where the fusion was, and I'm watching just a little bit of space made, even though you got all that hardware in there. And then
Mhm.
there's stem cell energy going in, a really thin layer of stem cell energy. Of course, my favorite stuff, light amber color gel, sparkles, dippity doo, you know.
Send it all.
And it's it's going in there, it's making like a thin layer of padding that's going in there. There's a vortex spinning outside of your back that's gonna help give you some padding in there. So I'm this is interesting, I haven't seen this before. So some of the hardware that's in there, I'm watching it get replaced with something that's movable, more like of a rubbery consistency, so when you move, it's gonna move. It's not gonna, just be
I've been
stiff.
trying to visualize that.
Yeah. I haven't ever seen that before. That's
Well,
what makes this
I have
so
actually
fun.
been trying to visualize it getting to where it needed to go somehow, magically. I don't
Yeah.
know. I
Yeah,
mean, anything's
perfect.
possible. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
yeah.
That's right. I interviewed a woman today for this show, and she said, impossible just means it may take a little longer for you to manifest it." I thought that was
Yeah.
great. She goes, "It just may take a little longer." So, yeah, I see you moving, I see you bending over, I see you laying down, I see you laying on your side, you're all pain-free. So hopefully that
Yeah,
healing will
I've been exercising as forcing myself to exercise, a minimal set. Every time I take a shower, I exercise before I get in the shower and leg out. Just, trying to balance the muscles in the front and the back just to
Yeah,
give it structure after being, dormant for so long.
right. Are you
Because if you don't
walking?
move, you stop.
Right. Are you walking too, just for exercise? Are you able to
I
walk?
haven't. I need to walk more. There's a little round hill I can go up and down and around, and I need to take the time to do it.
Yeah.
Got-
Yeah,
I've
do that.
gotten to the point where that was the last time I did it. I did a meditation before I did it, and it was absolutely amazing. It was like I could almost feel the trees. I
Oh,
mean, it was just one
wonderful.
of those summer days when everything was just really vibrant. The colors were
Yeah.
vibrant, the sky was vibrant, the trees. I mean, it's almost like you could feel it in the air. It was a perfect
Yeah.
day.
Wonderful. Well,
Little
remember
music
motion,
going on, you rock and roll
right? Motion is
to raise the
lotion.
spirit.
Motion
Yeah.
is lotion to all the joints and everything. So,
Well,
yeah,
that's what I
hopefully
kept trying to tell my mother. It's like you got to move.
yeah. Well, hopefully that'll
Yeah.
help, that healing. I
Oh,
hope you
I
feel
appreciate
better.
that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for
Oh, thank
joining us,
you.
John. Give our love to your
Thank you.
mama. Did
I
you read
will. I
Angelic
will.
Attendants? Have you read it?
I've been thinking about it. I read the electronic, and then I had to go out and buy her the book because I
Okay.
couldn't get a way to give her the electronic version or
Okay.
the for her to read it. So I just gave her the book, and I
Right.
kept
So,
bugging her to read it. And of course,
yeah,
after she read that, then she said, I want to be cremated. And I went,
that's
oh,
fine.
I know. I said, I'm going to sprinkle you right on top of the ground, right where grandma is. She goes,
Perfect.
no, 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 put me in a box.
Oh, how funny. Well, at least got the conversation going and she knows what's going to
Yeah, I did.
happen.
I mean, and I
Yeah.
wanted to keep it happy and positive. And we did have a conversation about, trying to share with her, my belief on, or my understanding that, we're spirit just
Right.
hanging out here in a meat suit.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, give our love to your mama.
I
Thanks,
will.
John.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
So, anybody wants a free copy, julieryangift.com, Angelic Attendants, free digital and audiobook download. We've got it in Spanish too at that same link, julieryangift.com. And we'll send you a free copy. Share it with all your family and friends. We have so many churches and synagogues, churches of all denominations and synagogues that give this out to every family that comes in to plan a funeral, or if they have somebody at the end of their life, a family member, a loved one. And so many hospice organizations give it out to their families too. So, yeah, please share it with anybody and everybody, and help spread this information because it brings so much comfort. And for those of you that have downloaded the book, please leave a review on Amazon. You don't have to buy the book to leave a review. Just leave a review because that's how Amazon promotes it, and it gets the information out to people usually when they're in most need of comfort. If they're looking for some information on this, they've either just lost somebody or they got somebody at the end of their life that they're helping transition. So I would love it if you would leave an Amazon review for Angelic Attendants too. Okay, Chris, I think we have time for one more person. Ah, and the lucky person's Joanne. Hi, Joanne.
Hiya.
Hi, I love your jammers. What do you have on them? Crabs? What is that?
I'm in the UK.
Yeah, I know. Well, what is on your jammies? What is that design?
Sheeps.
Sheep. Okay. I love it. Where are you in the UK?
The place you will know is Liverpool.
Oh, yeah. Wonderful. Famous place. Well, thank you for being up in the middle of the night. No wonder you have your jammies on. God love you. How may I help you?
I always feel very tired, and I wondered if you could scan me, please.
Sure, sure. Are you just not getting enough sleep? Are you got anything else
No,
going
I'm
on?
sleeping too much. If anything else,
Sleeping too much.
anything.
Okay. All right. So here we go. Here comes my laser beam from Sweet Home, Alabama. And it's going all the way across the Atlantic and got you shooting energy from your feet up through the top of your head. Well, the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting some energetic estrogen into you, girly. So you may be in perimenopause. How young are you?
I'm 54. 3.
53. Okay. Are you on
Yeah.
hormones now?
No,
No.
no.
Okay.
I probably need to go on them.
Yeah. That's the first thing that's coming up, Joanne. And so the bioidentical are what our bodies make when we're young and fertile and popping out babies. And
Yeah.
as we age, our hormone levels diminish. And Mother Nature says, we don't really need her anymore because she's not propagating the species. And then
Yeah.
that's when degenerative things start to happen. So that's the first thing that I'm seeing. My other thing that's coming into my head and was before I even connected into you to get you on my radar was, what are you eating? Tell me about your diet. I get stick more with protein and good fats because you're eating too much refined stuff.
Right. Okay.
And your blood
Yeah.
sugar is
So
like a
what
roller
is my
coaster.
diet?
Yeah, it's going
Is
all
it the
over.
stomach as well?
Say that again.
Is there anything wrong with my stomach?
No, it's just what you're eating. So you're like
Oh,
on a
okay.
roller coaster ride. So you're eating stuff that's processed or pasta or bread or sweets
Yeah,
or whatever,
I am.
and your blood sugar is going up and then it's plummeting and it makes you tired. So your body, you need to do something that's going to be stable. So think of good fats, grass-fed butter, olive oil. Don't cook with it. Just put it on your food afterwards, like use it as salad dressing. Avocado oil, coconut oil, that kind of stuff. You
Okay.
wanna you wanna stay with protein, good protein, and the good fats. If you add a bunch more protein and good fats, you're gonna be a new woman, and then get on the hormones or at least get tested for them. The other thing too
Okay.
is if you don't have a doctor that you can work with or you don't want to go down that route, there's a product called Amata,
Yeah.
AMATA, and
Yeah.
it's developed by Dr. Christian Northrup, and it's made from an
Oh, yeah.
herb called Puraria mirifica or something like that, and
Okay.
it's been used in Thailand for 700 years.
Oh,
And
wow.
and it's over the counter, you don't need a prescription, just go to askjulieryan.com/hormones,
Okay.
askjulieryan.com/hormones, and that'll link you right into there for a discount, and you might wanna start off with that, give that a try, and see how
Right.
that helps. So, diet and hormones is what I'm getting is going on with you.
That's lovely. Thank you very much, Julie.
You are so welcome. Sweet dreams. Thanks for getting
Sweet
up in the
dreams.
middle of the night to join us. My goodness. That's way beyond the call of duty, but I appreciate it. Alrighty, everybody. That's it for this week. So much fun. Congratulations to Mary from Massachusetts. You guys come join us in Atlanta. I'm telling you, it will enhance your life in every area. It will be one of the most fun weekends ever in your whole life. So everything's at AskJulieRyan.com. In the meantime, sending you lots of love from Sweet Home Alabama. Mwah! Bye, everybody. See you next week. To enhance your spiritual journey, click on one of the videos below and remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and share this episode with your family and friends.